So when I thought about what recipe to make for the Food Gives Back episode, I went back into my own recipe box and pulled out an old favorite. This recipe is easy, it's inexpensive, it uses a lot of pantry staples, and your whole family is going to love it. It is stuffed poblano peppers with canned black beans, canned tomatoes, canned jalapenos, and ground beef. It is easy and quick, and I make it all the time when I am hungry after work. So the first thing is to take your poblano pepper, and I'm just going to cut the tops off and stick them in the oven and broil them for just a little bit. I love poblano peppers. They are hotter than a green pepper, and obviously much, much milder than something like a jalapeno, but they do have a nice heat to them and a really beautiful kind of almost green flavor. They're perfect for stuffing because, I mean, look at this. They are hollow and narrow. So we're just gonna stuff all that wonderful ground beef mixture just right down the center. So I'm taking out the seeds. Easy, easy. All right. I have my oven at about 475. I'm just gonna pop these in there just to get them a little blistered and soft. And while I do that, I'm also gonna brown my ground beef. I have about a pound of just regular old ground beef, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it over to the stove and brown it really quickly. I'm browning ground beef because I'm making a family-friendly version, but if you wanted to use chorizo or some other more authentic protein, you certainly could. You can also make this dish entirely vegetarian and make it rice and beans and cheese and lots of veggies, and it's gonna be delicious any way you decide to put your own spin on it. We're done. Took just a couple of minutes to season it with salt and pepper. Now I'm just gonna put it in a big bowl. So I've got my ground beef. I'm going to add in a good amount of black beans. This is 2 cans of black beans that have been rinsed, obviously drained. I want kind of a 1-to-1 ratio of beans to beef. This is just a can of tomatoes. All right. I have these tops of the peppers and I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste any food, so I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just going to go ahead and chop them up and throw them in the bowl as well. And of course, can't have Mexican food without cilantro. And along the lines of not wasting food, do not toss out your cilantro stems. That's where most of the cilantro flavor is. So make sure you chop that up and throw it in. I'm gonna grab my peppers out of the oven. Those look awesome. I'm putting a dish towel on top of these so they can steam, and then I'm gonna take the skins off. The skins can be a little bit tough, and so this is the easy way to get them to peel right off. Finish up my filling here. I've got some nice hot jalapenos. Last addition is just going to be a little bit of white onion. Okay, now the poblano peppers. See how the skin just comes right off? And you can't have stuffed peppers without a ton of cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and shred up just some Chihuahua cheese. You can find this in any grocery store. Okay, just open up your pepper and use a spoon that isn't too big for the opening because you want to be able to get all that good ground beef mixture down into the bottom. Just stuff those babies as full as you possibly can. So what I always do, because I inevitably have more filling, I'll just kind of line the filling here along the front so that while it cooks, it gets all beautiful and bubbly. Top it with as much cheese as you like. Popping this in a 350-degree oven, 20 minutes or so, just until it's golden brown and bubbly, and then we're done. So you know to pull them out of the oven when they're bubbly and brown and just have this beautiful kind of burnished look to them. I'm gonna let it simmer down for just a second before I spoon up a couple of peppers for myself. And I'm pairing this with a vignole from St. James Winery. This vignole happened to win the Governor's Cup 2 years in a row. It is really nicely balanced. It does have a little bit of sweetness to it, which is why I've paired it with this particular dish, because of all the heat that we've built up with the jalapenos and the poblano peppers. A great dinner does not have to be expensive or time-consuming, and these peppers are proof of that. So enjoy.